Hey viewers, it's me, I'm back, and I've got another video, so watch it. Why else would you be here? So, I'm going to just tell you about a few things which have been happening in the last 2 weeks, or however long it's been. So, topic number 1. I'm not really that open about myself unless people ask, but, well, maybe I should tell you about my musical interests. See, my favourite band are called Blur. They began back in the 90s, and there were 4 men who were part of it. The lead singer, who was also a keyboardist, called Damon Albarn. There was a bassist called Alex James. The lead guitar was Graham Coxon, which leaves Dave Rowntree on the drums. And what they did is that they finished in 2003. They made an album called Think Tank, and to be honest, it wasn't as good as their past ones. It wasn't like Modern Life is Rubbish, Park Life, or The Great Escape. They made a new one called The Magic Whip. And I was skeptical at first, but actually it's alright. It's pretty good. It's not the best thing they've made, but I'm pleased with it. I think it's enjoyable. And, well, seeing as they've been gone for so long, seeing as they were gone for 6 years, made some recordings in 2009, and finally released an album now, I wonder what they're going to do next. Topic number 2. May I just say, what a wonderful film Avengers 2 was. I know some of you will disagree, but let me get my point across. No worries, this video is spoiler free. Avengers: The Age of Ultron is a film where Tony Stark, Iron Man, tries to create an artificial intelligence, and it fails, creating this lunatic robot called Ultron. His programming is to save the world, but he believes that humanity needs to be wiped out. So, as you'd expect, the Avengers get annoyed with each other, but they team up to try and stop him. What I find really interesting is that despite having the 6 Avengers from the first film, plus 2 more who we may know as Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and then there's a bit of another 2 who we've seen before, and there's Ultron. It's still a coherent story. Plus there's one other hero who wasn't strictly hugely advertised, but I think you might know who that is. There's about 10 Avengers in this, key characters, and yeah, it's a coherent storyline. It makes sense. Everyone gets their part, and there's all these little subplots. It's actually, I'm thoroughly impressed. Plus, we've got the usual amazing special effects, action sequences. There was also a re-edit of the original Avengers theme, which sounds quite epic. In fact, I mean, at first I doubted if the magic would be good. This is incredible. It's like the most popular film in all of history. I can understand why, but seriously, it's just amazingly good, despite what you would think. I would just go watch it. Really, it's incredible. I mean, it's not perfect, but I can improve it. I really like Ultron as well, actually. He's a very interesting character, because you can kind of get his views, but he's also a lot of a challenge for the heroes. And finally, topic number 3. Are you aware that there's been a general election? If you haven't, then, well, you need to get a little bit in touch. So, what there was, we have all our parties. We have the Tories, the Conservative Party, representing all the few and the rich. Unfortunately, they managed to get loads of supporters by lying and stuff. It's a bit annoying. Liberal Democrats, they're a bit of a joke now, let's be honest. Labour, who represent the poor people and the common people like us, which is good. I mean, I don't know. They're not as good at representing what they're supposed to be these days. But my dad would know a lot more about it than me, and a lot of what I'm saying comes from him. So, listen. We've got the Greens, who are all about sustainable energy stuff, but they haven't really got that much influence, which is a shame, because I think their policies are probably good. Then we've got Plaid Cymru, the Welsh party, and the Scottish National Party, the SNP, who I think are actually good. I think if they teamed up with Labour, then they would have power right now. Miliband, what is your problem? There's one other, I've completely forgotten it. UKIP, that was it. Yeah, it was Farage. Yeah, the one who always does the weird faces. Anyway, yeah, well, I'm in two schools of thought about them. Yes, immigration's the problem. People aren't getting the jobs. On the other side, you can't just say, oh no, we're not allowing foreigners in, because A, that's kind of rude. B, that could kind of be interpreted as racist. Let's be honest about it. But I will make another video about politics if you want me to, because it would take ages to explain the history and the views, most of which I actually don't really understand. But yeah, all of that. If you want me to make another video about politics and stuff, fine, because it would take ages to explain all of my views here. I made notes in a book, and it was about 7 pages of A5 long, and my handwriting is pretty big, so it doesn't sound like much, but that was actually quite a lot. Most of my other topics are pretty small. And that comes to my last few points. I've got a couple of notebooks. They're called the thought books, because it's everything I think. Some of them are ideas, some of them are just things I've learned, and others are just something. My point is, I can make videos out of those. Educational ones. Really quite interesting. Be right back. No, it's not me. Aha! Here we go. One of them. There was one over here. I knew it. Right. Sorry about that. Let's see. We've got a chapter about luck and coincidence. You know, best memory technique and impossible colours. If you want to know what that technique is, maybe I should make videos about this. Yes. Ooh. We've also got why do we have middle names? Because that always confused me. That. And also how the weather works. Bit more interesting than you think. Learning geography, it's actually fairly simple. It's obscure. And of course, is the 5-second rule true? Or is it 2 seconds? Or 3 seconds? Vsauce made a good video on it. Yeah, actually, they're among my subscriptions. So another point. Also, if you want, you can check out my subscriptions. Matthew Santoro and Vsauce are very good for interesting fact videos, like what I've got back there. Trying to remember what else. Out of all of them, I'm not sure it's best. Element Animation, they make very funny videos about Minecraft and Lovable. Kitchen eggs. I wouldn't really bother with some of them though. I mean, Monkey Mac's actually intended for an older audience. I'm only allowed to watch some of those videos, so don't, you know, go all over that channel. Just read the descriptions and stuff. You should be fine. And my final notice is about notices. See, I don't think I'm really clear enough about notices. What I should do is tell you guys here and now in the video. When you watch a video, remember to check the description, or when you're on my channel homepage, look at the stream of the new videos, because sometimes you'll find a message there which might be important. For example, I originally planned to release 6 videos really quickly, but I thought it's going to take too much effort and I don't have the right stuff. So what I'm going to do is just this routine, because if I can make all these different kinds of videos, animations, gaming videos, vlogs, why don't I just do it all anyway? More fun like that. But there is one really important thing. If you looked in the description of the last video, you'll remember, as well as a link to Weii Legendary Gaming, which I shall also put here because I think they're good. There's a notice. If I get 25 subscribers, that's 5 of these. Yeah, I'm sure you can count. If you can't count, learn to count. Then I will release a bonus video. Completely out of schedule, just the moment It's all. I've finished making the video. It's all the editing and done. It's ready. It's just as soon as I get those 6 more subscribers, then the video is yours to watch. And it won't just be on the weekend. It will be the moment it happens. So there you go. I'm waiting. So until the next time. Goodbye.
Oh, and one last thing, viewers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, and subscribe to this channel. And also, check the link in the description below.
It's my video.
I'm trying to go away. Check the link. Check the description in the link below to look at my channel, which is Joe Gibbons, me of course, or look up Joe Gibbs 1994. Where you'll be able to find my videos, and I'll be uploading 1 or 2 new things very soon. Thank you.
This is my video. You can't just interrupt like that. What have I told you?
Thanks for watching, everybody.
I haven't told you anything, have I?
Okay, I'll see you later.
Wait,
Goodbye.
wait, no, wait.